What's going on, everybody? Graydon here. I wanted to intro this episode with a little disclaimer. Our next episode was going to be the Requiem for Vengeance episode, followed by GQuuuuuX, followed by now we have recorded Mobile Suit Team. And oh god, I'm getting a call. No, thank you. Anyway, we decided that I wanted to put out the GQuuuuuX episode before Requiem for Vengeance. So even though the last episode you heard, we were like, oh, we're going to watch RFV, we skipped to GQuuuuuX just because, I skipped to GQuuuuuX in terms of posting it. We did record in that order, but I'm posting this one first because the show is out now. And I thought if you're watching it on Prime, where it is findable now, I thought you might want to hear a discussion on the first 3 episodes, which were released in theaters as GQuuuuuX Beginning. So, the following is out of order in terms of recording. We do reference our RFV episode a couple of times, but rest assured that will be coming very soon. I want to thank you so much for dealing with the time between these episodes. I really did not expect to be away this long. I've been trying to edit it. I've had kind of no motivation, and I got really sick for a while, and it was rough. But alas, it is finally here. So without further ado, Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuuX.
Hey, did you see I got stuck in an elevator yesterday?
I did. I didn't see that until after, because I saw the end of your thread, so then I read it backwards, and I saw that it started with elevator stuckage.
Yeah, I got stuck in an elevator for like an hour.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, the craziest part is we're in there. It's like 5 minutes after being stuck in there, and my fucking coworker Zung goes, "You guys ever seen Final Destination?" I'm like, "Dude, you gotta stop talking."
How many of you were in there?
It was just 3 of us. It was me, Kyle, and our coworker Zung.
And then did you have to get pulled out the same way as that
Yeah,
picture?
yeah. So what happened was we were stuck between the second and third floor, with like the top half of the second floor like being open to us, like if you were to open the elevator doors, like the top half. And at first he said, all right, we can't have you guys climbing out here because if you fall backwards when you get out, you're falling into a shaft and you'll die. Right.
Ugh.
um so they went around trying to figure stuff out, and long story short, they couldn't get the thing to move at all. So they said, all right, you're gonna have to jump out. And they there's that video of them helping us get out.
So
And what
you
happened
had to
was,
do that?
yeah, yeah, but they helped us. They pretty much, we fell, we came out, and they carried us basically.
They lifted you, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so Kyle slides out on his back, and he almost hits his head. So I'm up next, and they're like, "All right, why don't you go on your stomach?" Actually, I go on
Mhm.
my stomach, and I'm like, "Oh, it's fucking squish my nuts on the fucking
Ugh.
corner of it." And I stand up, and in the video you can hear me go,
My nuts fucking hurt.
and then they were like, "That didn't go well. All right, last guy, get out on your back." I'm like, "You fucking kidding me?"
Jesus, yeah, I'm
So yeah,
watching it
we were
right
stuck in
now.
there. It's so funny because we were on our way out to be picked up by a vendor to take us out for dinner and stuff. We were on our way out of the building, we had just finished work.
Yeah, that's
Um,
crazy.
and so
Oh,
she's the
wow, who
woman who's
was filming it?
laughing, taking the video.
I didn't okay, because I was I thought you were filming it, and now all of a sudden you came out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it was the vendor who took us out. She was the one filming. Yeah, bro, grabs my pants, dude.
It's
He
a
grabs me by the
nightmare.
belt. It's like, hey, yo.
Wow. Wow, that's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's so funny. My sister's fucking terrified of elevators. She'll take an elevator these days, but as a kid, fucking, she wouldn't go anywhere near him. So
Oh,
I'm like, "Hey guys, guess who's stuck in the elevator?"
and that
But
was
yeah,
your work building that you take
yep,
every day, that
yep,
elevator.
yep. And I will no longer be taking elevator 2. If elevator 2 arrives, I'm taking the stairs, even though it's 5 fucking flights.
Jesus.
Yeah, so that was a first for me. It
Yeah, that's
was
a
funny.
story.
So yeah, that's before I'd even gotten the chance to send the video to anyone. The whole thing had been spread around, and once you know it, just this week we started an office newsletter. I know damn well that's gonna end up in the newsletter for next week.
Don't take the elevator
The
too.
fucking elevator, yeah. Zung, Kyle, and DJ stuck in the elevator.
So funny. Well, you know what's not funny?
What? War.
GQuuuuuuX.
War.
War.
I don't know. GQuuuuuuX was kind of funny. It had some pretty funny moments in the second half. But we should probably segment this and do like the first half, that's 1 year war, and then talk about the second half.
Truth.
And we're gonna try to keep that as orderly as possible, and it will fall apart within 3 minutes.
So you'll compete in clan battle with me?
The Gundam is saying it's time to fight.
VGU Gaiden presents Oh Say Can You See? A Beginner's Guide to Gundam. Episode 4 Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuuX.
That girl's got a good sense of timing. She might be the real deal.
It's kill or be killed! Sushi!
Machu!
We had a busy theater. In fact, there were a lot more people in there than were there for the Lion King Mufasa, which was before us. And we showed up like a half hour before the movie. We were a bit early, and we walked in there and we saw this thing of like this ending of like they had like the Lion King or whatever, and then they started playing credits and whatnot. And I'm sitting there. Kyle and I are both sitting there thinking, oh, it's like they're still showing ads for Mufasa. That's weird. Well, I guess it's still in theaters. And then the credits kept going, and they kept going. And we're like, did we just catch the last few seconds of Mufasa?
That's crazy.
Because they weren't playing like a ton of previews
I think that's
like
crazy. I had
before the
so
movie.
many.
I've never had that happen before. But there were only like 4 people there for Mufasa.
So usually with Fathom events, there will only be like Fathom event trailers. But when we went to the Gundam 3 together, that had, I don't think it.
Yeah,
Well, it
I mean,
did. It
I've
had-
never been to a Fathom event that didn't have regular ones, honestly. I mean, they still have Fathom event stuff, but it's like I've
yeah.
seen plenty of like regular trailers. You were talking about uh that one movie on BlueSky,
Oh,
in the
that fucking
Deadlands or something, the one
yeah.
with the one by the Resident Evil
Terrible.
director.
It looks
Oh,
terrible.
it's gonna be terrible, but it's gonna be fun as fuck.
Oh,
Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, they're not good movies, but they're fun as hell. And
yeah.
mad respect for that dude for being like, my wife's hot. I'm casting her as the main character in everything I do. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's all he
that's
does.
fucking cool as hell. I love that. It should have
She
been
like
me, but like, it's like completely seething with rage. I'm so happy for you.
she like
I
can't get work otherwise. I don't know why no one else like she's never in anything that her husband didn't make, which
guess
is
what? She's
very
fucking
strange.
awesome in it. So she fires the quarter shotgun in Resident Evil.
And that makes everything okay.
I love the quarter shotgun. You put some respect on the stupid quarter shotgun. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, so that was there, and I was like, "What the hell is this? This looks fun." I think Kyle was calling it like Dune Light.
Yeah, it does
Um,
kind of look like that. Oh wait,
but we've got fucking
it looks like Mad Max
we
light.
yes, but we've got Dave Bautista in it, and I'm sure
Yeah.
he'll be fucking awesome. So
Oh, he's fantastic in everything.
he's fun. He's phenomenal. He's so good.
He's the best part of bad movies. That's what I hear.
Yeah. Except the only bad movie I can name that he's been in is Knock at the Cabin.
And that zombie one, the Zack
Oh,
Snyder zombie thing.
oh yeah. I mean, it's a good zombie movie.
Really, you like it?
Yeah, no, I like it as like a zombie movie. It's like
Wow.
it's a fun turn your brain off like zombie movie. That's what a zombie movie should be. I shouldn't be thinking for a zombie movie. Oh, there were plot holes. You ever seen a fucking zombie movie? It's like he's doing like a Dawn of the Dead type thing again, but like sillier, and it's a lot of fun. Is it really cringe of him to like bait out like a sequel, hoping that like fans would harass Netflix enough to give it to him? Yeah,
Hmm.
that's super cringe, and it's even more cringe that then they actually gave it to him and he made a prequel that wasn't good. Um,
Did it come out?
the prequel, yeah,
What's it called?
I don't even
I
fucking
keep
know. I didn't
I
watch
keep
it.
wanting to say
I
Z
just heard it was
Nation. That
terrible.
was the show.
I just heard it was fucking terrible.
Snyder's
But
movie.
but yeah, no, I like God, is it? It's not City of the Dead, is it?
Army of the Dead.
Is it Army of the Dead? That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to say. But I was like, is that right? I can't remember. But I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Army of the Dead. I can't. A spin-off prequel. Army of
I think Zack Snyder
Thieves?
should just stick to making like stupid, fun action movies. Like he needs to settle into a Michael Bay role where he
Mhm.
just makes stupid action movies that are fun. Because
Stop
anytime he
treating
tries
him
to put any
serious.
like thought or nuance into something, it's completely terrible and bad.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so like, in my opinion, it's really only Knock at the Cabin, and I might be biased because I fucking hate M Night Shyamalan. Um,
Did you see Knock at the Cabin?
no, I
I
know it's once again based on a book,
Is
but
it
they don't tell
really?
you that. Yes, he did the same thing that he did with Old, where it's like he goes to like the people who like wrote the book, and it's like, hey, no one's actually buying this book anymore, so I'll pay you enough where I don't have to say it's based on a book, and they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. So for Old, it's
Wow.
Sandcastle is the book,
I
and for
did know
Knock at
Old
the
was based
Cabin,
on
it's
a
called
novel.
Cabin at the End of the World. There is no like
Oh.
Shyamalan twist in these. It's just like the book's ending.
Huh. I knew Old was a,
Yeah, he's a
it's a
hack.
graphic
And
novel,
every
right?
now and then he puts out a halfway decent movie that's interesting enough that it makes people forget that he's a talentless hack, but I don't forget. I remember The Happening. I
I like M.
remember
Night
Avatar.
Shyamalan.
Fucking idiot.
I enjoy his films. I watch them, and I think
Well,
that
it's okay
they
to
are
be wrong.
fun. But you know me, I like trash.
See, you know, I say I remember The Happening, but I love The Happening. The Happening's fucking stupid fun. I love The Happening. I love when Mark Wahlberg goes, they're like, you were gonna kill me in my sleep!
What? No!
And they have like the random shots where they just look at the trees that are like,
I gotta watch it. I've never seen The Happening.
really? Yeah, you know,
No.
it's funny. Again, I was just shit talking, but like The Happening is like the exception to the rule. Is The Happening good? No, no, no. It's fucking terrible. But it's fun.
Yeah.
It's like bad movie fun. It's not so bad it's bad. It's so bad that it's fun. Not Mark Wahlberg's greatest role.
But that was
Um,
what kicked off people hating Shyamalan. Like, that was, like, the first of, like, the
yeah,
garbage
because I
one.
mean, because what Sixth Sense was before that, and
Sixth
that was
Sense
what
was his
got him
first.
started. There's was it
He did, The Village, which
Signs? I
is
think it's Signs with the
people like
aliens that are.
Signs.
It's like water. And I'm like, that's fucking dumb. But it
I
does
gotta
have that fucking
I
awesome scene that's like found footage of it like walking past an alley, and people are like, oh, and it's like. And I absolutely love that because apparently there's this edit someone made where instead it's fucking Chris Chan walking like across the alley. They get footage of it. Here, I'll put the GIF in the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to find the actual GIF, but someone like like rotoscoped it to be fucking Chris Chan walking by instead, and it's really fucking funny. Uh, I mean, like I get the whole. It's like it's super on the nose thematically, where it's like the holy water, like because he's like a I forget he's like a disgraced priest or something like that. But it's like super on the nose. Remember when this was about Gundam?
Yeah, no, they never are. Oh, man.
Anyways, yeah, I don't like M. Night Shyamalan. I think he's a hack, and I think the
Did you
things
s
he's been doing with his movies recently, being just like books that he doesn't have to say are like based on books, is like really scummy.
Well, Old was widely like, people talked about it being a graphic novel. Like, that one was saying it was based on it, but Knock at the Cabin, I
No,
never
no, he
heard.
didn't say. I didn't see anywhere when I watched it that said it was based on a novel.
Oh, yeah, no,
Like it started getting around that it's actually based on a novel, but I didn't see anywhere in the movie that it was based on one.
huh. I
It
didn't think
doesn't
it was,
say it
like, a
anywhere.
secret.
In fact, I think it says an M. Night Shyamalan film, like specifically.
Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's cringe. I hate him.
Knock at the Cabin is rough.
I've heard it's not very good.
It's okay. It definitely didn't have a
I mean,
Shyamalan
like, I
history,
like the
so
concept of like, oh, they're actually the four horsemen, or maybe they're not, and you don't really know until like the end.
yeah, I gotta put a spoiler warning on all of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Just in case, just in
Spoiler warning. No, not for Gundam. It's for M. Night Shyamalan
It's for
films,
M. Night
actually.
Shyamalan.
Yeah,
Did you see The Visit?
spoiler alert for shitty movies.
Did you see The Visit?
No, I haven't seen the one at all.
Okay. That one I have a lot of fun with. I know it's not perfect, but it's just another fun movie. What else did he have? Oh,
I mean,
Unbreakable and
he
Split.
did like Glass, Split, which
Yeah.
like did he do Unbreakable? Was that still him?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
him.
yeah, because I do like those. I haven't seen Glass, but I do like Split and Unbreakable. The film The Visit was released on September 11th, in
Oh boy.
2015. But yeah.
I saw that.
Oh, this is the one with the fucking crazy grandparents.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Never mind. Yeah. No. I know this one. This one is kind of interesting.
$5 million budget, and he made 98.5.
It's also just really weird. It's like, how the fuck do you know like those aren't your grandparents? How do you fuck that up?
Because they never knew him.
Yeah, but like the mom.
She the plot armor protected any kind of way for the mom to see that. Like there's two moments where the mom is able to see, would be able to.
Oh my
But they
god, he did After Earth. That's right.
Yeah, After Earth.
I am okay. So there is one other exception to the rule. I am the world's only After Earth defender.
Really? You'd
I like
actively
After
defend
Earth.
it?
I fucking loved it when I saw it. I haven't seen it since it came out, but I thought it was really cool. I liked the twist that they were actually on Earth because I didn't pick up on it being after Earth. It didn't. I was a kid, you know.
That's the point of
And
the ape
watching it as a kid, I was
twist.
like, "This is so cool!" Well, it's actually Earth. Did you know the story is actually by Will Smith?
No.
Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith also helped produce it.
Yeah, and Gary Whitta co-wrote the script. That's pretty crazy. I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know
he
that.
worked on Rogue One, right?
He did.
I didn't know he's a screenwriter for Book of Eli. That's kind of awesome. Book of Eli's awesome.
And he's a video game guy.
Wow, I'm one of those.
Well, I mean, like a journalist. He did something about, PC Gamer. He set up. He founded it or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
like Fortnite, Battle Pass.
Book of Eli, I gotta see. That's okay, right? That's a good one.
Yeah, no, Book of Eli is like pretty famously good.
Nice. So Gundam.
Yeah, what about it?
I just picture for that dead silence, you were just staring ahead and I was staring ahead. Yeah, I guess we'll just kind of begin it.
Yeah, sorry, I got really distracted by Mazinger.
What? Oh wait, that's the one. Are you watching that?
No, a meme of it came across.
Oh, okay.
A little something came across my desk, and also there was this meme I saw earlier of "It's too late. I've depicted myself as the Chad Emperor and you as Soyzinger Zero."
What the fuck?
It's really funny.
God damn it.
Anyways,
I
yeah,
don't know why
Gundam.
this reminded me of it, but did you see who was it that was announced for Kong Godzilla?
Oh, I saw something about it was
The
announced for
the Stranger Things guy.
Oh, is that who's announced for as like directing it, like the director?
No. The dad, like her dad, Eleven's dad in Stranger
Oh,
Things.
Jim Hopper,
No,
David Harbour?
No, Matthew Modine, the guy that was like the actual head of the that
like
did
the
all the
science
tests on her.
thing?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's gonna be like in it,
Oh, that's cool.
which is cool. Wait, Dan Stevens, he was in the other one, right?
I don't know. Dance Gavin Dance, what?
Godzilla. What was the last one called?
Godzilla X Kong.
Godzilla X Kong.
Godzilla X Kong, like the new Empire or something.
That's it exactly.
God
Dan
damn,
Stevens.
I'm so good at this. It's almost like we watched it. And I got a cool Godzilla X Kong popcorn bin.
You got to bring that back when we go see the next one and see if
I should. Dude, I doubt they'd let me use it.
I bet they will. Isn't that the whole thing with those popcorn buckets? You buy them so you can keep bringing them to the movies.
Really? Oh.
I don't think you'll get a free refill, but I think.
Well, yeah, no, of course not. But
you could
I
say
didn't know that.
fill this up, please. They will do that.
And
And
it's
they'll-
like you get 2. Like you just pay for a large. It's like they fill it up for like 2
right.
because it's fucking ginormous.
That was a huge fucking box.
Dude, I have like this big like cabinet above my sink. It takes up half of it. It's like our biggest cabinet. Thing's fucking ginormous.
That thing deserves to go on the shelf with all of your figures.
It
Like
should. The
in a
problem is I have
living
too many Gundams.
room.
Yeah, I got the new GQuuuuuX, which is the the main one. Should be arriving. I was told it'd come in this week, but now that it's Thursday, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets in next week instead.
Hmm.
I'm very excited to build that. Very, very excited because I love the Evangelion look. God, you're gonna have to watch Evangelion. That thing
Let's get
is
down to it. Let's get down
art.
to brass
Yeah,
tacks.
to defeat the Fetties.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Well, oh, hi.
How's your sex
Welcome.
life?
Welcome to another episode of VGU Gaiden's Gundam series. Where in the world is the Gundam
Where
now?
in the world is Carmen Sandigundam?
Aw. Yeah, rest in peace to her.
Which did she die?
She
Like the
fucking,
actress or like in lore?
well,
Both?
both.
Whoa. Why?
Yeah. She died, I think. Right.
Oh,
God, I came so ill prepared. Michelle Trachtenberg died like last week.
oh
And
shit!
she was
They're gonna tell me this happened like a year ago. I had no idea. Damn.
no. Let's see. Harriet the Spy. I heard she was Carmen Sandiego, but maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm thinking of Harriet the Spy. Who was Carmen Sandiego? Oh, is that the whole point? Is you
Gina
never
Rodriguez.
what?
Oh no, this
From
says it's from the 2019
no, that's the new one.
show. Sorry.
Let's see. Where in the first release? Where in this is the video games? I
Abby
want the
Trott, who is apparently from Attleboro.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, she's also Pod 153 in Near Automata. That's cool. Oh no, sorry. This is just again. It's someone in the TV series. That's super cool though. She's from Attleboro.
I'm
I'll have to look up Abby Trott.
kind of from there.
I am 20 minutes away from there. Do you think she still lives there? Do you think I can go find her?
Yeah.
Do you think that'll be okay? She doesn't own a gun,
Probably.
right? She
Uh,
moved to Tokyo, really? She
Wow.
professionally voice acting in puppet shows.
what? How did
That's
we
kind
get
of
this
fucking
off the
awesome.
rails?
I'm sorry. I got so fascinated. This is amazing.
We're
Mob Psycho
full,
100, Hunter x Hunter, 7 Deadly Sins.
we're
I'll go Stray
flying
Dogs.
so hard off the rails within the first minute of this. Within the 20-minute cold open. Talking about Shyamalan. Anyway.
She's Takemi? No way.
Oh my god. It's
I'm
really,
like, I'm totally fascinated right now.
it's like pulling teeth.
Well, hey, good for her. She voices Momo? Oh, wow. Good for her.
So we
Momo
saw
Ayase.
Gundam GQuuuuuX.
She's in Suzume.
She's in Suzume?
Yeah, she voices Aya in Suzume. I'm blanking on who that is. Hold on.
Was that her friend that she met at the
I think it's the one with the oranges.
Yeah, the
It
girl.
is. It's the one with the oranges, I think. Wait, nope. It showed me the wrong image. Oh, it's just one of her classmates.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, Gundam, right? How about that?
I miss the music of Shinkai movies. Can I briefly say, have you
No.
because I got a trailer for
She's
it and I forgot-
magic in Marvel Rivals.
oh my god. I forgot to mention to you when I went to Flow that there was a trailer for the new Silent Voice, like the new movie by that person. Did you see that?
Really?
Yeah. It's something about like colors and like
yes. Where she sees people as colors. Yes, I really want to see that. I think it's called like The Colors of You or something like that. Yes, I saw that trailer. I think it was also when I went to see Flow, and I was like, whoa, that looks awesome. I really got to go see that. And Kyle was also interested because I forced him to watch A Silent Voice, and he loved it.
I have yet to see that, but I know it's like top tier.
Dude, it's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah.
It's very close to home. It is. Oh my god, I cry like a baby. It's amazing. It also does great because it takes out what is honestly probably the worst part of the manga, which is everything involving their friends. Um, and you just get the movie, which is mainly just their primary relationship, and that's exactly what I wanted. I think the movie is actually the best way to experience it. That being said, I do own every volume of the manga. It's only 7 volumes, but it's awesome.
Hmm. Well,
Gundam.
when does the new movie come? Oh, The Colors Within, it's called.
Colors Within. It was the colors something.
And it comes out.
I'd be seeing those sometimes.
The film was released in Japan on August 30th, 2024, and premiered in theaters in the US on January 24th, 2025.
Right, you're fucking shitting me. All right then. It'll probably
Nope.
come to Netflix or something soon then.
Yeah. No, we should watch both of them because that's interesting. I did get a trailer for the Demon Slayer movie this time.
Boring.
And something about Miku. It wasn't Hatsune Miku.
Yes. It's Hatsune Miku. It's a Hatsune Miku movie, and the concept is that it's like before she became famous.
Why do we need that? Is that like a
Fuck do
big
you
deal?
mean? What? It's a Miku content.
Oh my god.
You got a problem with Miku. You got a problem with me.
Oh god, I'm not
Let's
opening this
make that
wormhole.
perfectly fucking clear. You put some respect on Hatsune Miku. You put some respect on Miku. You put some respect on Luca. You put some respect on Gumi.
So
It's okay to make fun of Tato, but I still love Tato.
Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuX.
Mobile Suit Gundam Miku.
Separately, but within the similar week span.
Not the first time Miku has piloted a Gundam, for the record.
Because
She fights Godzilla.
It got a United States release, which was fun, and we thought, let's see it. So my comrade here, DJ, saw it with like 50-something people in a theater.
Packed theater. I was really shocked because normally it's like the most people we get whenever we go to these Fathom events, excluding Flow, but for like these Gundam stuff, was like the first Gundam film. There were maybe like 20 of us, and then there were like 4 or 5 for the second or third. And there were easily 50 people.
Flow wasn't a Fathom event.
Was it not?
No, it's just a film.
Oh, really? Because it's for us, it was only showing at like really weird times in like very limited slots. So I just sort of assumed. Actually, I also got to remember next Sunday is Char's Counterattack. By the way.
Yes. Yep, I'll be there.
That's gonna be fucking awesome, dude.
I'm gonna wear my whole outfit.
You're gonna come dressed as Char.
I'm gonna dress up like Char, and I'm gonna take Boston by storm. What are you typing furiously? What are you?
I'm reminding Kyle that Char's Counterattack is this. Okay, it's important. I'm like, dude, Char's Counterattack is next week. Which is like a way of saying, dude, I'm hyped, and also, hey, don't forget because I sort of just did and just remembered. So,
well, I was gonna show up. I don't have my ticket, but I'll show up.
Something I want to say though is that I'm really glad I had you watch Original Gundam and Char's Counterattack because, man, would you be super lost in that first half of the movie without it?
Yeah, and
you'd be super fucking lost.
And it started exactly as the first one did.
Yes, so funny enough, in Original Gundam, there's this line, because they send the 2 Zaku's down there, but Char is still like up in space on the ship, and he mentions maybe I should have gone down instead, and it's like, yeah. So he says maybe I should have gone down instead, but in this he acted on that decision.
Okay.
And my theory is that all this happened because he sort of started to develop his Newtype powers earlier. So his intuition is actually like early onset Newtype-ness.
Gotcha.
Like early onset dementia, but like fun.
Early onset awakening.
I'm a little confused on the timeline because I could have sworn Original Gundam was in like the last month or 2, but they say this happens like 9 months in to the 1-year war. So putting it a month or 2 before when I thought Original Gundam actually took place. Maybe I'm just misremembering, but I thought that was interesting.
It was
the actual
weird.
timeline of when this stuff happens is a little confusing. It's not the end of the world, but it did confuse me a bit.
Yeah, so you start off. I mean, so GQuuuuuX takes place in a alternate UC timeline
Yes.
where, as you
Where
said,
the
Char goes
the
down.
Zeeks
He
win.
discovers, yeah, he discovers the Gundam before Amuro does,
Yes, and
and
he reacts to it exactly like Amuro, by the way.
right, and gets in and is like, "Oh, I know
And he
how to
even
do it."
mentions, oh, it has 5 times the energy gain, which is exactly what Amuro says.
Ah, that's funny.
He mentions, all right, here are the stabilizers. Like he goes through like the exact same process. It's just that with actual mobile suit piloting experience, he gets the hang of it a bit faster.
Because they are parallel foils to each other.
Pretty much.
That's
I
kind of
do
neat.
have this question of where is Amuro? Because we do
Yeah.
not see him. So I think Amuro's alive. I think because the Zaku's never exploded, he probably never ran out to the Gundam. So he was probably still inside the bunker. Because
Mhm.
I think one of the Zaku's exploded and that's what like destroyed the bunker or whatever. Or something like that. I'm blanking on what destroyed the bunker. We know you have like Frau Bauer runs over to her dead parents on the ground.
Right,
I
right.
think it was a
He's
Zaku
running
exploded or something.
he's going
But
to the bunker and his dad gets
you see his
away.
dad.
Right, you see his dad in this,
Yeah,
which is
I don't think
interesting
you
that that
see
keeps
his dad
happening.
explicitly die, but you see him in the little like Jeep thing.
Mhm.
But regardless, that bunker never exploded, so I think we might see Amuro turn up later
That
on.
would be cool if he were just a different
I think
character
we're gonna see
completely.
Amuro. I think Bright Noah's probably dead. Um, because he would have been on the ship that probably up on the bridge, which fucking Char shoved a beam sword into.
Yeah, so
So I think Bright Noah's probably dead.
there's a Federation ship that's manned by nobody that we knew. Like, there wasn't any of the characters that were there. I mean, I guess, obviously, Amuro's story kickstarts all of that stuff happening.
Yeah,
So a
but
lot of those
they
people.
would have been on the ship there. Like Bright Noah probably would have been there or whatnot. So he's probably dead. I think.
But it's
Um,
weird because is there not some kind of jump? Because then you have that moment where he finds the Gundam, and then there's the all of a sudden like Caecilia's in charge. They talk about
yes, there
Dozo
is a
getting
big jump.
killed.
There is absolutely a big jump where you just sort of go through the big strokes of things. Okay, he's assembling a new type core, and then and when you have Charlie a Bull who becomes an important character, which is cool because he's only super briefly in original Gundam. You see him
Is
like
he?
once and then he dies. Yes, he is in original Gundam. So
Oh,
do you remember when like the Zeons are starting to put together their own like a new type force and Giran summons this guy who's a new type. They're like, we believe you were a new type. You're going to like be a part of this force, and that's Charlie a Bull. Um,
oh,
Charlie a Bull is in original Gundam, and in
that's
fact,
cool.
the members of the squad that that um Char assembles for like new types are all in the show. Like you even see the guy that's uh the like leader of like the Dom squad who has like the skull on his helmet.
Hmm.
Um, like you see that.
I can't remember him, but I like that they brought those characters
What
in.
the whoa? The hell
What?
is this? It's asking me. I'm on YouTube. I look up the clip, and it's the Crunchyroll channel, but I need to be signed into my Crunchyroll account through YouTube to watch it.
To watch clips?
It might be the whole episode, season 1, episode 38. Yeah, it's just that's so weird. I've never seen that.
Hmm.
Well, I can't find the scene that they show in the movie because they don't show him dying in the movie, I believe. But here's where he dies in the show.
All right. So this is
Where
from
he
the show,
dies. He's
not in the
piloting that
movie.
thing, which you see him pilot. I forget what it's called, but he pilots that at the Battle of Solomon in GQuuuuuX.
Okay.
You see him do that.
Huh.
I forget what the thing is called. But yes, he is in original Gundam. Very
So
very briefly. They have turned this incredibly minor, frankly a role that has absolutely no bearing on anything into an incredibly crucial character now.
I don't think I even know him because I don't think this bit was in the movie.
This part wasn't. No, he was in the movie for one scene though,
Okay.
which is when he like first shows up and like Gairen's talking to him.
I
Um,
also, now that because I'm seeing in this clip, I want to mention that when they in GQuuuuuX when they came across the gun cannon and they like didn't know what it was,
oh,
like it came out of nowhere and shot at the or because Char got in the Gundam and just went to town and like destroyed it, I believe.
yeah.
But
Also, that gun cannon was stupidly powerful.
yeah,
Its cannons were now these giant fucking beam lasers that literally the Zaku dodges, but it still like melts the shoulder armor off despite missing.
mm,
It was crazy. I don't think the Gundam looks very good. With its design, I think it's a bit over designed. But once you put it into the Char Red and it's like it's a single color, I
yeah,
think it helps a lot. It looks a lot better in the red. There's also that really funny scene where like Char's like, "All right, this Gundam's pretty cool, very powerful," and then they paint it all in red, and he's so happy. He
yes.
has such a big smile. He's like, oh,
Well,
"It's red."
I like that they said we painted it in your red. Like they know that Char will only
Yes,
drive red
yes. He
Gundam.
was said he was so happy about it.
And it's cool. I love that its face looks like a tiger. Like it's got like this weird
Yeah,
like
well, like
lion.
there's also that crazy part where when they're escaping with the Gundam and they send the Gundam 01, which is like the prototype Gundam, to fight him, and he like blasts his face armor off and it has like four eyes under it,
Yeah.
which was super because it's very because these these Gundams and whatnot are designed by the guy who designed the Evangelion units. I mean, all
Oh,
the mech design in GQuuuuuX is designed by the guy who did the mech units.
so that's why you
So
said
like,
that. But they do look they're like biometric, right? Like they just
yeah,
look
yeah, they're like the Evangelions are like biomechanical, and so
they
he's
look
really
like
trying to make, especially the Gundam, like a monster, which I
yeah.
love. Um, and again, the regular design of the Gundam, excuse me, not big on. Once it's in a single color, a lot better. I love the way the gun cannon looks. I love it. It looks like it's from Pacific Rim.
Do they
Um,
let's see, I'm looking these up to try to
it looks like it's from Pacific Rim. The Zaku, I do like it. It's a little weird, like it's very round on the legs, which feels kind of odd, but I do like it. Um, there's the military Zaku, which still looks really good. It's just basically a recolor. The G-Quux I love. Oh my god, I love it. It's so cool.
I like the colors of the GQuuuuuX.
It does look good. I love its visor. Its visor is so cool.
I'm pulling these up for reference. Yeah. Damn, it's out of stock.
But like, and there's quite a few references to Evangelion in this. I mean,
Really?
first of all, what's her Machi or whatever? Um, she does this thing when she's in the G-Quux where she just sort of like she poses up, like stands up real tall while like holding onto the control still, and they do that in Evangelion a lot.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm
so
trying to find the pose and I can't. First, you look up Asuka Langley, and it's just like, oh, this teenager's hot, and I'm like, I think you should die. Just show me her in the mech. Why is she in front of the Polish flag? I don't understand.
not to jump immediately, but we kind of wanted to address it in two parts, but we'll do whatever we do.
Oh
Um
yeah, see, I said that. I said that wouldn't last 3 minutes.
so the GQuuuuuX is controlled with an Omega Psycom.
Yeah, so
Um
it's just a really advanced, like psycho unit that was in like the Zeong and like the new Gundam and the Sazabi that just resonates with new type abilities. Which
okay.
also, it's been a long time since we've had like a fresh, full series with new types. Like they were in RFV, right? But it's like I don't know when the last time we had a full series with new types would be. I mean, fucking Double Zeta? What? It's been like 40 years?
Well, what is it otherwise? Like they're just normal like soldiers?
Yeah, yeah, there aren't new types don't exist in like the other timelines.
Oh,
They have things
really?
that reference it. Like you have, I think they're called like coordinators or something in like Seed. Um, you
Huh.
have things that are sort of similar to it, but you don't have this real concept of like hyper empaths, which I honestly like. I always thought was like important. No, sorry, Unicorn. Duh, Unicorn. 2011. 2011. Unicorn was the last time we had like a full series. Wait, it's an OVA, but it's long enough. With new types. And it feels so refreshing when I hear that new type flash sound. It's
Yes.
like, oh, I
Yeah,
was so excited to like hear that happen.
they use the same sound, and immediately I knew,
There's a
like,
lot of
oh,
same sounds that they use. I don't know if you noticed, but they recreated the opening of original Gundam. Of like you see the Zaku eye in space and it like zooms out.
yeah.
And you see that. They recreate it. And then they recreate it again after the time skip. On top of that, they played
Mm.
Char's theme, like original, like Gallant Char.
Yes, I heard that, and I
And
thought of
then
that.
also there's like and like when the title card like sort of showed before it flipped after the time skip is the same title card sound they use in the show. That's like banana, boom boom.
Okay.
They use the same thing in the show. Like there's so much love. So Hideaki Anno, right, director of Evangelion, director of Shin Godzilla, Shin Kamen Rider, Shin Ultraman, like loves this stuff. The guy idolizes Tomino and Mobile Suit Gundam. Um, Now he gets to direct this, right? And I've seen it described as like Shin Gundam and whatnot, but it's so clear that this is being made by a team that eats, sleeps, breathes, and shits Gundam. They fucking love it to its core. And you can tell how much passion they have for it here.
Mhm.
Because and you could tell how much they understand it. Like that first half of that's the 1 year war perfectly nails that UC vibe. It
Yeah.
still feels really gritty. They lose that vibe after the time skip, but I think that was intentional. I do think they want to go for something else still.
Yeah, it does feel definitely like you get a taste of classic Gundam and then, like,
Yes.
newer
And then they
anime.
remix it, I think. I don't think it's totally different. I think it's remixed because there were absolutely times when it's like, oh, this is still giving me original Gundam vibes. Like when like they like fly their ship in and hover over the city and everyone's wondering if they're going to go to war.
Mhm.
And it sort of gives this sort of remixed classic vibe.
I mean, I ugh, when you see the military police come in and, like, ripping the roofs out, I was thinking of Hathaway, like, the police
Exactly.
mobile suits, and just, like, you got that sense of scale with them in the streets, and
Exactly.
that felt like something we were used to.
Exactly. There was one part too where I fucking froze in the theater. I fucking froze. I had the giant chills up my spine. And it's towards the end of that first half when he's inside Solomon and he's not actually going to detonate the last Zaku because he wants it to crash and kill Kaisilia.
Uh-huh.
Um and some other like Gundam shows up and has to
Oh, the
fight him.
Artesia moment.
Yes, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, it's Amuro. And then he has a
Yeah.
new type flash. He goes, Artesia, and it's like time stopped for me. I fucking froze like that boy got that virus, and I'm like fucking frozen there. Okay, I'm fucking frozen, dude.
So at that
And
moment,
I'm like chills, hair is standing up on ends, dude. Goosebumps. I couldn't believe it. And then, poof, they're fucking gone. And
yeah,
that is why I think, even though it would be 20 years or whatever after this, that Char's counterattack is important because that's what happened at the end of Char's counterattack.
yeah.
I'm leaning over to Kyle and I'm like, dude, they got Char's counterattacked. They got Char's counterattacked. They got CCA'd. Where they just fucking poof in like a new type smoke.
Now, was that the asteroid? Like, from the very end? That was the same one, right?
No, Solomon is different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What they try to drop is Axis.
Gotcha. The
I
one that they turn it into,
Unless
like,
they
a
rename it, which I don't think they did. I'm pretty sure.
well, Solomon was the battle, right? That
Yeah, but the
Dozel died
asteroid
at?
they were in was called Solomon.
Gotcha. Yeah, when I saw that part, I was very I mean, I'll be honest, for that whole first part, I was loving it, but I didn't know if this was supposed to be an alternate timeline or what was going
Yeah,
on.
it confirmed alternate timeline.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is like different and weird, but I'm buying it. Like all of it's fine. And then when he disappeared and then the time jump, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go with there's no Amuro here. This is like everything's different. And then afterward I read that it was meant to be different. And so yeah, I mean, like in that timeline, if Artesia was being the Amuro, basically, that would be very interesting. And then Amuro could just like grow to be an older Federation soldier that like grew to I don't know, but I really think that it would be remiss if they didn't if he didn't show up somewhere in the show.
I kind of wonder if we're going to see any Federation at all, because the Federation is still around, but they're confined totally to Earth. We don't know if they trade with space or if they're allowed to come out at all. We don't really know. So
Because
I'm
we
curious if
never
we are going to see anything with the Federation. It's worth noting that it's entirely possible that you'll see Amuro, like, if he is out there not with the Federation. 'Cause you got to keep in mind, was he on a Federation base? Yeah, but he wasn't a soldier. He ended up having to be one, but he never officially joined the military.
You know, it would be rad as if Shuji or whatever the guy, if he was like Amuro's son, like the.
No, there's no way. I mean, Amuro would still be pretty young. I mean, he'd be 20. It's like, yeah, he could have a kid, but
Oh
if
yeah,
this dude's
wait,
like
is it
fucking
really
like
not?
12 or something, it's
Wait,
this
what
only
is it?
5 years. This is 5 years after the 1 Year
Oh
War.
shit!
It's like 5-6 years.
What if
So
he's
it's like,
Amuro then? What if it's
um,
actually him?
yeah, Shuji's whack. He's like sniffing people. I like him. Um, I have a theory. I think that Chara's in the Gundam. I think his soul is in it
Oh,
because Shuji's like the Gundam says fight. Like
oh
and
yeah,
now
he
this is
talks
not the
to it.
first time, by the way. Like I believe in UC at several points, people's very souls have actually merged with the mobile suit.
Hmm.
It happens in G-Witch as well, but that's a totally separate thing. Um, I believe it has happened in UC. I mean, I believe it happened to the Phoenix in Unicorn. Um, and I think like the Blue Destiny. I don't know much about the Blue Destiny. But I think it has like a soul in it because I know there's like another one.
That would be pretty cool. I guess that he would become like one with it. I mean, I guess that would go along more with it being kind of uh what is the word? Biomechanical. Like his soul is part of it. I want to know what's going on with that whole time distortion color
Yeah, well,
field.
so I mean, I think it's supposed to be what the new Type see when they sort of they go through that like Zeknova as they call it at the end of Char's counterattack. I mean, I do think it's funny that Char says he can see time, and the song that plays at the end of Char's counterattack is called Beyond the Time.
Oh.
Um, so and again, it's kind of implied that when new types die or when this happens, they sort of move on to a higher plane of existence. And
Mhm.
if you're seeing time, that kind of means you're literally moving up a dimension. You're moving to like the fourth dimension, sort of. Because I think the fourth dimension is time.
Okay.
So I think that's kind of what's happening.
So you think he's vanishing into the other dimension?
Well, I say other dimension. That I don't mean other dimension like other reality, other universe. I mean it's like your first dimension is like a dot. Your
Mhm.
second dimension is a line.
Yep.
Your third dimension, you start getting into cubes and stuff. Fourth dimension, you start adding time into things. It's kind of advanced stuff, and I really can't explain any of it beyond that because even I don't really. I probably already butchered it.
Oh, big man engineer can't talk interstellar to me.
I have a degree. Where's your degree, huh?
Uh, it's in my pocket
Um,
here.
it's on the way. It's in the mail, I think. But that's what I think is happening. I think he has advanced to a new sort of state of being, is my theory.
Okay.
Um,
I like the way you think, Magic Man.
I like the way you. I like your funny words. Um, I like your funny words, Magic Man. Keep saying funny words. But God, that. I mean, I want to say, I went with my buddy Kyle, and and he was like, "Dude, that was so good. I'm gonna watch this when it comes out." And
Mhm.
now I had to drag him along to original Gundam and stuff, right? But he's like, he watched it, he's like, "Dude, that was really good." And I'm like, "I know. I expected it to be good. I didn't expect it to be great." Right? I
Yeah.
was blown away, and I had like decently high expectations, which I never do, and I was still blown away. I think if the show maintains even half this quality, it's going to be one of my all-time favorite Gundam series.
Yeah, because, like, especially from the trailer, it kind of had some vibes that it was going for, like, I don't know, a bit more kid-ish, but, like, this doesn't have that feel. I
It
think
doesn't.
it I think it could be, a young adult type of thing. It's not, like,
Yeah,
super heavy dark,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's serious, and it's
yeah. I
definitely
agree.
meant, especially with the callbacks to the original series, it's meant for established fans.
Yeah, I think so. But I also think even if you end up confused by that first half, I think you can just accept if you can just accept that it's an explanation for the AU and just start from the time skip. I think you can still enjoy it like a ton.
Yeah, because honestly, you don't need to have the knowledge of the original
Yeah,
to
I mean,
get
honestly, even if you just know this and you watch it, it's like, okay, there was this 1 year war. This guy stole this mobile suit, won the war. Okay.
and it
Um, but I think you
establishes
can have a
Char
greater appreciation if you know what happened.
right, but you're kinda getting the vibe of Char as
Yeah.
his own character, as, like, a new
Yes.
character.
Yes. And oh, something I want to mention that I thought was interesting is they mentioned that Garma left the military.
Oh?
Garma was never he left the military, so even if things went the same way where Amuro had the Gundam, Char never would have been able to kill him.
Huh.
So I thought that was really interesting. Um, I want to know if he's alive or not because it's implied that Caecilia did still kill Giran. Which honestly, I think Caecilia at the end of the day is probably a better ruler than Giran, though not much better, probably better.
Had she
Um,
already? Because I know she talked about him, her brother.
yes, so I don't think it's directly stated, but I think it's implied that she still killed him.
Okay. And
Um,
Makuv was still around. Your
yes,
boy
Makuv, I
Makuv.
believe is still around. Yeah, I mean he was under Caecilia. Um, my question is, did she kill Garma? Like, would Garma
Oh.
have objected to like her taking the throne? I'm curious to
Mhm.
see if Garma's still alive. It's mentioned that Dozel did still die at the Battle of Solomon. They did, but they mass produced Big Zams.
Yeah, they had an army of Big
They
Zams.
actually did it. They did it. They fucking mass produced Big Zams. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited to like Kyle loves Big Zam and he turns to me when there's like four of them on screen and he's like, and I'm like, dude, they did it. They did it. They mass produced Big Zam.
And it was such a short shot, and
It was literally like a half second or
it
something.
made them look really small, but, like,
A little bit, yeah, because you just see them all next to each other. So you don't really have like a something relative for the scale.
which is really crazy too, and, like, it's kinda like the Wolfenstein thing of, like, "Oh, well, if Hitler won and was able to mass produce, like, Wonder Waffles," like, the Big Zam
Wunderbass.
is, like, not a typical mobile suit that you fuck with. If you had an
Yeah,
army of
some
them,
mobile armor.
then they would take over the freaking world. But
Yeah.
they obviously did because they won. So, like,
Yeah, well, I was surprised that there are still colonies though that have sovereignty. Like they're not a part of Zeon.
yeah, they have this weird, like,
The
working
one they're in
together.
is considered a sovereign nation.
Like, do you ever get in so at the end of Char's counterattack, they say that there was a peace treaty signed, right?
Um Uh, do you mean? I mean, Char's counterattack, or I don't think they say Char's counter. They say that at the end of original Gundam.
Okay. But then there's still obviously bad stuff going on. So
Yes.
like the Zeon Federation thing never really like ends. But it looks like in GQuuuuuX that they reached like a settlement, and now they're kind of like, remember
Well,
when they
it's clear that now you still have these like military police that are like real shitty, and they're similar to like the Titans in Zeta Gundam, which are a mercenary group hired to like police the fucking solar system. And then you
Oh.
have but then we haven't seen it yet, but it seems like if you're under a Xeon controlled colony, that they're frankly not much better because clearly these people are still pretty afraid of Xeon.
Yeah, because what I'm thinking of when the MP caught the guy, I forget what his name is, Xavier Alexander, the GQuuuuuX pilot. They caught him in the tunnel, and he was like, I'm a friendly," he is a Xeon, but he was allowed to be there. Do you remember this?
Repeat?
So there's the point when the GQuuuuuX falls into that tunnel below the
Yeah,
colony.
yeah, he wasn't supposed to be there because that's like it's like, "Oh, hey, we have like a peace treaty with Canada, right?"
Mhm.
For now apparently.
Not anymore.
Um that's like, we have a peace treaty with someone, but we also just like rolled a tank over their border. And we're like, "Hey, we have a
Gotcha.
tank here now," without telling them. That would cause an international incident.
Okay.
That's basically what has happened here.
Okay. Alright. So, like, they're okay, but they were wary of him because he looked like he was committing a war crime.
Yeah, exactly. That like clearly there's shady shit going on. And they only
God,
managed to get him out of there because Chalia Bull happens to be friends with one of the government guys, I guess.
yeah.
And also Machu's mom, it was interesting that Machu's mom is like their like prime minister or whatever, is like a right hand seemingly, which I thought was pretty interesting. So her family's
Yeah,
directly involved with the government, but she's out here participating in illegal clan battles now. I do
which,
think
of
I like
course,
Machu.
is
I like Machu a lot. Machu's also a bit of a Mary Sue here, where she's just like, "Yeah, I'm ready to fight," and I don't like that. Mary Sue isn't really the right word because it's explained. It said, she struggles with the Gundam on the second time. It was just her like new type abilities kicking in the first time she used it, right? So
yeah.
Mary Sue isn't the right word,
She
but
got
it's
Disney
like
princess energy.
her being so immediately ready to just kill someone I didn't like. Um, I don't like that about like Seed either, or like a lot of other series, right? Like I like that Amuro is like terrified and like has a breakdown 3 episodes in, right?
Yeah, you get an arc with Amuro of, like,
Yeah.
he doesn't
And so
want to
and a
be a
lot of other
force.
Gundam series just have them already ready to kill, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't
Mhm.
think that's good. Um, Especially like an anti-war series. But we'll see. It's entirely possible we're going to get that with her because she does have this thing where she's like, "It's kill or be killed. I don't have a choice," right? Like she
Yeah.
she does have that moment, so maybe we're going to see something more with that later on. I wouldn't be surprised because it's Hideaki Anno and he's a broken man. Um, Better these days, but back in the '90s, he was a broken man.
He's the
Um,
one that made the movie because everyone hated his show, right? Or something, or he hated
Yeah,
that he
yeah.
had to make
People
a
hated
movie?
the end of Evangelion, so he's like, all right. Or people hated the end of the Evangelion show. So he's like, all right, here's the movie end of Evangelion. I fucking hate all of you. There is so much vitriol in the end of Evangelion movie. It's actually you can feel the hate, like just how much he loathes the audience. It's incredible. That's why he
And
shows the audience at one point. He's like, "This is what you fucking wanted."
do you like both products?
Oh my god, I love Evangelion.
Okay, like,
It's a beautiful art piece.
you
First
can
time I
take
watched
yourself
it,
out of that.
I didn't think it was very good. But then after having the context of Hideaki Anno as a person, it turns it to more of like this fascinating like psychological analysis of him. And like that's
Okay.
why it's such a fascinating art piece.
Hmm. I
Like
do
on
wanna
its
watch
own, it's
it,
a
I'm
pretty
interested.
mid and confusing mecha. When you factor in Hideaki Anno and understanding him as a person and trying to use it as like psychoanalysis, it becomes like one of the greatest animes ever made. Like easily.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I mean it's definitely one of the iconic names that like I would want to check out. And I
Oh my
do
god,
like the
so
look
good.
of them too. Like
Oh yeah, I
I
love the
wasn't
Evas.
I
That
wasn't
model kits have them.
realizing that they look like I mean that the GQuuuuuX ones look like that, but they I don't know, now I can't stop seeing it.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool ones. So there's like, I mean, there's Eva 08, which is really cool. I like Eva 06. There's the one that was in the new Goddess of Victory Nikkei event that was really cool,
My
where it
god.
had like 4 arms, but 2 of them were like crossed. It was fucking sick. Yeah, I love the GQuuuuuX design. I mean, I liked it at first, but now that, and again, like every fucking mobile suit, now that I've actually seen it like in animation, I'm like, fuck, that looks good.
Mhm.
Interestingly, it wasn't entirely 3D animated. All the mecha, some of it was still 2D animated, which I was surprised. I thought it'd be all 3D
Yeah, and then you
because
would
that's
get
usually
those
what they do. They
moments.
usually end up having a lot of it to be 3D. I literally wouldn't be surprised if there were somehow end up being budget issues with this show and Hideaki Anno's like, I'll fucking pay for it myself. Because Hideaki Anno has done that. And the guy loves Gundam. Like, this is his dream, right? So
Has he never done this before?
he's worked on Gundam. He worked on Char's Counterattack
Oh,
before he
okay.
was like this. I mean, he was still a decent. I mean, he's a part of Gainax, but he wasn't like this massive deal that he is these days.
Yeah, now he's
Um,
the kind of person you bring in to shake
it's
things.
really funny. There's this meme of like of uh of Anno being like Tomino Sensei. Char's counterattack is a masterpiece. I wish I could have even a drop of your talent. And Tomino's like, Char's counterattack is kind of mid. I could have done better. He's gone and said that. Tomino's very fickle. He'll be like, literally, you give it like 10 years, and he'll be like, actually, what I made sucked.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh my god, he's kind of jaded like that. It's like, dude, come on. But yeah, it is funny. He's like, it was mid.
この夜の絵の具が溶けてしまったら会えなくなるかな何千光年遥か彼方まで届くまで君に向かって10年飛び込む未来いつかプラネタリウムに映らない光を見つけてつなげたい
But god, there were a lot of silly parts this second half that I really liked. Um, I really liked there's one part with I forget the girl with the black hair was sitting there saying something like you am I do I have to rely on you two like Machu and Shuji, and it just shows them looking like fucking idiots behind her.
Yes. Yeah, that weird little cutaway that felt like a
Yeah,
yeah, that was funny. But
and
I
it
feel
just
like that
it
it
looks so
fit with
fucking
things.
funny.
Like it kind of broke the tone, but also it was like that's what I mean where it is kind of young adult geared, but it's
Yes,
got I don't know, it was good. It was funny.
I really enjoyed it. The animation was like phenomenal. Just like
Yeah.
some of these gifs here, dude, like that I'm looking at are just fucking
Yeah.
crazy, man. I mean, like, wow.
It's a super gorgeous. Oh wow.
Like it was beautifully animated. And from what I understand, a lot more than just Studio Sunrise and Studio Khara worked on this. I've heard that even studios like Mappa and Trigger helped on this with like these first few episodes compilation. I
Huh.
don't know how true that is, but that's what I have heard. I wouldn't be surprised. I got Trigger vibes from this a little bit. Um, I think I might have mentioned it to you, but the character designer does Pokemon characters. Um, which absolutely fucking tracks. They all look like they'd be fit perfectly in a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
They all look like Pokemon characters, like 100%.
I love Haru's design in this.
Yes, he has the little hoodie.
He is a yeah, he's
If
got his
you
little
buy
beanie on.
Machu has like a little model kit of herself and it
Mhm.
comes with him.
Oh.
So I plan on buying that. I think a lot of like the main character ones come with a Haru because I have a Soleto one and it comes with Haru.
I love that his eyes like got squinty Like he
Yes.
has like emotion to him.
Yes, I love him. And
What I-
also, that feeds into my theory that Amuro's alive, by the way.
Okay. Oh, because
Because he invented Haro.
Yeah.
How are there other Haros around? Which also feeds into my theory that he patented them and sold them.
Yeah.
That's I think Amuro is still around. I think I don't think maybe he's working on weapons of war, but I think he's around.
Well, so this was weird because the Haro has always, from what I've seen, been just kind of like a little sidekick type of thing that you like
Yeah,
a droid
he's a
that you
mascot
have around.
character.
But
He's like
in
Freddy Five
this,
Night, yeah.
he he unlocked the Omega Psycom.
Yeah, which I'm wondering what's up with that.
Like if he
I
actually
thought that was
is
very odd and that needs an explanation. I think they could reasonably explain it away by saying, "Oh, it's just that like he has some like combat software that they installed in him for the Zaku that he's just applying to this because
Mhm.
he was gonna they had another suit, another mobile suit that she was gonna fight with, and Shuji replaced him instead, and the
Yeah.
guy had like a Zaku. So
True. Yeah,
I
there's
my
Zaku.
so I think they could explain away with that, but I think that it's very weird, and I hope it does get explained in some manner because that was like, wait, what? This is like completely new technology that only like 8 people know about.
He
How would you
did
know how to handle it?
right. I mean, going along with
So
what you're saying about if like
it
that
could
group
be, it could be that this is complete schizophrenic conspiracy theorist ramblings, but it could be that Amuro developing these Haros has some sort of backdoor program or something that lets them synchronize and interface with mobile suits.
that's what I'm thinking. That even though
And
he
that's
didn't become a
completely
soldier,
schizophrenic and will probably completely wrong, but that's what I'm rationalizing.
but if he didn't become a soldier, maybe he just became kind of a crazy genius like I mean his dad went off the deep end,
Yeah,
but
well,
he
did
always
you
had
know?
that like
Which reminds
s-
me, do you know she gets the card thing at the beginning, and that you stick into the Gundam
yeah,
that's like
yeah,
a
the
combat
weapon
key?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the fucking thing that Amuro's dad gives him when he's crazy, and
Really?
Amuro's like, "This is a piece of junk," and he throws it out.
Oh,
It's the fucking thing that his dad gives him.
that's got to be a thing, dude. Add that to the schizophrenia.
And
like like if what if his dad cuz like his dad didn't die
yeah, as far as we
or
know, I don't think it shows his Jeep blowing up. You see him driving, but I don't think he blows up.
so what if Amuro like went with his dad and they were like, well, the Gundam got taken, and then they decided to like I
Like
don't know,
they're watching through Haro using him as like surveillance.
they could be, or to just go with what you're
Completely
saying.
insane, by the way. They're probably never even going to mention Amuro that at all. They're probably just going to leave this unexplained, and we're like a rambling off
If
nonsense.
they don't and this falls apart, we'll be so
I
upset.
mean,
But I just
I can live with a little plot hole like that. It's not the end of the world. It's not like the plot holes in G-Witch. The plot holes in G-Witch are like plot craters.
no.
It's kind of brutal. Still love
I
G-Witch though.
can't stop watching this third gif you put.
Oh, the one of it flying around fighting the Gundam or the
It
Gundam
is
funnels.
gorgeous, dude.
Oh my
Like
god, it's beautiful.
the fucking the lights of the I so now that I know what's going on in the like the worlds of Gundam, I'm understanding how the colony exists, I think. And am I to believe that like even the 0G space that they are in right there is within a capsule that is the colony, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's zero G.
Oh, that's just them flying like a
I mean,
plane.
it might be lower G if they're in the middle.
Okay.
Um,
But
but I
even
believe
then,
they're actually inside the colony where I believe there is gravity.
and
Um,
thus there's no laser weaponry because it could blow a hole.
it's probably lower gravity. I mean, there's no laser weaponry because seemingly the Gundam doesn't have a beam rifle, right?
Right.
B, the Quux probably has one, but she has no idea how to access.
Okay.
We know the Quux has beam swords.
Right. True.
She doesn't use them at all, but it's in the kit, so it has them.
Hmm. And then when they go through that airlock in the tunnel, that shoots you out of the colony, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, but the colony itself is this giant round tube,
Think of
kind
it
of like
like
Interstellar
it's like the
again.
ship in Dune.
That I don't have a frame of reference for.
Unfortunate. Dude's fucking
Unfortunate.
awesome.
But I have a frame of reference for the end of Interstellar when they're in this colony and it's rounded. And
Yeah,
that's what I picture.
this colony that Gundam uses is like an actual, like, hypothetical, like, idea for a colony that could actually work.
Yeah.
It's like a real thing. I forget what the name of it is, but it is like an actual concept.
Interesting. And it's
Like,
all
that was
got
like, Gundam didn't come up with it. It's like an actual thing.
but artificial gravity is not a real thing, correct? Like there's no way
Correct.
we could do that.
I mean,
Or is there talks in the science
so
community?
because it's spinning.
Ah,
So you know how they train, like, fighter pilots and astronauts by putting them in the thing that spins them around really
yeah, the
fast?
centrifuge.
So because you're doing this at a much larger scale, you still have G's.
Okay.
So it's applying gravity like that, basically. I
Huh.
think that's the concept. I haven't exactly read a detailed thing on it, but I'd have to in my brain that's the logical conclusion that I've come to. But don't take my word for it. I haven't read the actual concept. I just know the thing that exists, and that's what my bet is.
Well, I know that you're an outspoken opponent of the space elevator.
Space elevators don't work.
But you're saying if a colony were to be spinning like a planet, it could have a gravitational force.
Sort of, yeah.
Gotcha.
Gravitational force isn't really the right way to put it. Centrifugal would be
A
more
centrifugal force,
would be a right way
which
to put it.
thus creates
Which is
artificial
different from
gravity.
centrifugal, by the way. Centrifugal and centrifugal are two different things.
Right, right. Because one of them is pushing outward and one of them is inward, correct?
Sort of. I'm not going into this. I haven't taken a physics class in years. I'm not doing it again right now.
See, I got that degree in the mail. It's
I got that in the mail. Came in today.
it's
Just
coming.
got it. Got it right here.
Well, let's see.
Um,
I have a couple of notes still that I could run down,
please do.
unless you had more that you wanted to like.
I can rant about it all fucking night.
Okay. Well, I got
Just go.
some more notes that you can rant on. First one, they have grenades in space now.
They had grenades in space before. They had the crackers.
They've done that before?
Yeah, I don't remember if they do it in the movie, but they do it in the show. They do it in Thunderbolt.
Oh, okay. I gotta watch that one. Thunderbolt was really cool.
Yeah, Thunderbolt's super fucking cool.
And that's canon, right? Like you see?
No, alternate universe. Alternate universe
Oh.
UC.
Oh, okay. Huh. I'm confused what makes mobile suits blow up. One of them just lost its head and boom.
It kind of depends. Honestly, I think the losing the head is odd because I think it shouldn't explode. But it's normally if you hit it through the reactor, depending on the type of reactor it has, it can explode.
Okay. Because I know we talked about this with Hathaway,
Yes.
where in the park scene, we couldn't remember where it got stabbed. And then I mean, it obviously sparked and stuff, but he
Yeah,
didn't
then I
die
was like,
in
I
it.
don't think it got stabbed. I think he just blocked it with the shield.
Oh,
Because
see,
he blocked it
that's
with the shield and it ricocheted off.
so you think like that one big shot of him holding her, looking up, and then the sparks are flying, that's just like a freeze frame of the
Oh no, that part. No, I'm thinking of like when the plasma bounces off. No. I think they basically just. Again, it could have been it had a different type of reactor that wasn't going to explode, which I wouldn't be surprised. They don't want to kill a ton of civilians, or maybe they, specifically tried not to hit the reactor. Like it didn't explode. Whatever.
Okay.
Whether or not a mobile suit actually causes a massive explosion, it's whatever to me. It's usually not relevant to the story. I think the only time one of the few times it's been relevant is like Eighth Mobile Suit Team.
It's stuff that just doesn't need to be thought about. Um,
I'm sure I think those are like the actual reasons for it. Like it has a reason, but like I don't think about it very hard.
gotcha. I have no, keep in mind these are notes that I wrote down rapid fire once I got back to the car. Very very gay coded scene with Char and Bull again. Look at
Yeah,
the way he's
believe
sitting
me.
by
Yes,
candlelight.
the baby girlification of Chalia Bull has already been happening all over the internet.
Oh my god, it was
And
so
like
gay.
Char, I once again feel like it's lessening the character. And it's like this character is clearly very nuanced. Can we talk about that and not about the oh my god, he's so gay, whatever. It's like it reminds me of like when Ellen DeGeneres was like, "I have an announcement. I am gay," and then Elton John was like, "We know. Be funny." It's like it feels like adjacent to that, where it's like, okay, whatever. Can we talk about the art of it now?
I think, listen, and I
I
completely
mean, don't get me wrong.
understand.
Like if that's what you want, it's like whatever. But yeah, it gets pretty fucking annoying. Where like I'd like to see some discussion about this character and their actions, and instead it's just like, oh my god, he loves sucking cock,
So it's
and I'm like maybe he does, but it's
it
irrelevant to the character, right?
so
Like
it's so I
again,
love it.
I want to reiterate, I don't get a problem with like gay characters and shit. It's just like, can we talk about the story now with them? Can we do that instead of the like, oh my god, hot old man. He's 28, by the way.
I I hope that you will understand that one. The way I'm looking at it, I have not had the years and years of Gundam knowledge to have experienced the deviant art and the all whatever crazy fan fictions of people shipping Char with people. Like I bet that that is a big part of it, and that there's a lot of people that want to just make
Don't get me
Gundam.
wrong, Gundam would be nowhere without the Fujoshis.
What's that?
Fujoshis are like girls who are like, oh my god, these two men in this series who are friends or brothers, they're totally in love.
Oh.
Gundam would be nowhere without that, for the record. I recognize that Fujoshis are a powerful financial force. Why do you think Venom 3 made so much fucking money? It's the Fujoshis. It's the fuck. I recognize that. They're a force to be reckoned with. I will never disagree with that. They are a fucking force of nature.
That's so funny. I love that there's a word for that.
Yeah, Fujoshis.
But I think that, yeah, like the nuance of Char is that I don't think he loves being gay. I really think that it's the exact same thing that we
No,
saw
I
with
think I
Quest
think
and
if Char
everyone
think
else.
he'd get something out of it, like if he could use this person as a tool, he'd
Oh
pretend
yeah,
to be gay 100%. Oh,
Char would
absolutely.
fuck anybody. And I think that that's the thing with Garma. It felt so heavily gay coded that I really think that Garma might have
Oh, I
had
definitely feel that with
feelings for
Garma,
him,
like for sure.
and Char didn't.
Especially when you watch the origin, which technically isn't canon, but the origin is like a prequel that follows Char as a kid.
Mhm.
And it has like him and Garma in like a military school together as they go from like rivals to like being like
Oh.
super close. And
Okay.
like I definitely get that with Garma. But then it's also like they're like, oh my god, him and Amuro, and I'm like, Amuro's 15. The fuck's wrong with you? Like, oh my god, this 20-year-old man, this 15-year-old boy, they're gonna fuck. I think you should be killed. Shut up. That's fucking weird, man.
But also,
Um,
I've never saw it with Amuro because I
because it doesn't
uh,
make sense. That's why.
no, they never had, like,
No, they
sexual
fucking hate
tension.
each other. They
They
hate each other. They never
literally
had sexual tension. I agree. There's absolutely sexual tension with Garmin, not with fucking not with Amuro. There is some with Chalia. I'll say that when
yeah.
they're fucking sharing wine together. It's kind of a crazy
Yeah.
scene. But
Crazy
it's like
scene.
people are like, oh my god, they're totally acting gay, and I'm like, they are, but why are they?
But why?
And
What can
we
Char
just we
get
never
out of
get to that. We never get to the why is like my problem, right? Is there is absolutely a why here, and it's Char using people, and it's Chalia looking for like something to be his rock,
right.
looking for something to sort of pin him down in this world.
Mhm.
And he wants that to be Char, whether or not it's actually in a romantic sense or not.
Right.
Um, a- and and I'm like, man, it just we don't get to that. We don't get to the why. It's always just, oh my god, they're so gay. Here's 15 trillion reposts of the art of them kissing, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah, because 'cause you're not looking into, like, you can literally just watch that scene with like, on mute, and you could be like, "Well, this sure looks gay.
It
But
just feels like such a surface level thing, and it's like one of the biggest things in Gundam, and it kind
yeah,
of drives me nuts because there's clearly so much more to be unpacked.
and I think the unpacking that nuance is super what makes Char an interesting character because, I mean, you see it with CCA, there's this creepy and we talked about it, there's a creepy predation angle with Quest,
With
and
fucking anyone.
even has that blonde lady who wants him, and on both ways, he's like, "How can I play
And
this to"
even when it's not in a romantic manner, like he'll give the little praises to what's his name, who the guy who was piloting the
Oh, the
Jagadoga.
Jagadoga, yeah,
Like,
Gude.
he'll give him the little bit of compliments, like, no, I need you, you're my second in command, but it doesn't actually matter to him.
Right,
It's all everyone's a tool for him to get ahead.
yeah,
And
because
I
it
think that's
even
so important.
it even worked with Chalia where he was hyping him up so much that Chalia still
Exactly.
wants to get him
Exactly.
back
Because he is just
5
this.
years later.
I mean, he's a sociopath. Like, the guy's a psycho.
Yeah.
Because it's
Such a
like,
cool villain, dude.
because I mean, it's like, what they say. It's like sociopaths are super charming and convincing, and
Mhm.
like these conniving people. That's why like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right.
Jeffrey Dahmer was like super charming. How do you think he got so many people to come back to his place?
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy. But like, there's a story of like Jeffrey Dahmer. One of the guys actually escaped, and he ran to the cops, and people blame the cops for this, not really understanding that like they think they're doing actually a nice thing where he's like, hey, sorry, this is my brother. He's having a bad trip. He did some drugs, and I'm just trying to take care of him for the night.
Yeah.
And they let him go back, and he fucking killed him, right?
Right.
And it's like, because that's like sociopaths can just fucking do that to people,
Mhm.
because it's like just this lying, ability to use people because they don't really have that empathy. And but Char wanted empathy, right? He wanted it, but he only ever really wanted it from Lala, is the only person who, that's another can of worms to talk about in a
Yeah.
second. That is like very briefly brought up where I got chills down my spine. But that aspect of Char, like being a sociopath, is very interesting.
Yeah.
And it's like he would never actually truly love anyone. He wants people to love him though.
Mhm. And you
And I
feel
think
that
I think
with the Lala thing, you're like, does he really care for her? Because like I think Amuro really cared for her in the short amount of time that he
I think
knew her.
so as well. I completely agree. I think Char thought he cared about her but could never truly.
Yeah. And that fucked with him.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Um but Lala, I kind of want to loop around to her now that
Yeah.
we're kind of on the topic of her, where they mention the experiment subject escaped, and it's Lala. They don't directly state that it's Lala, but when the Zekanova starts to happen and they get Char's counterattack, you hear her. That like sort of angelic sort of voice that comes through.
Oh.
Like that's the noise she makes when like she dies at the end of Gundam. When she's dying and
Oh.
they all have that like a new type flash together where they're all connected, and it
Uh-huh.
has that like high pitched sort of humming from her,
Okay.
and it makes that noise, and it's like, this is Lala. What the hell? Like they what, they were experimenting on her? Because Lala's like
So
a wildly powerful new type.
so who says that? That the experiment?
Some guy comes up to Kycelia and says that she's escaped. Says
Like
like the whatever experiment has like escaped.
right as Char disappears.
Yes, pretty much.
Wow. So technically her spirit could be out there, or she could be out
Or
there.
she herself could be. She herself could be out there.
Huh.
I saw some people saying like, "Oh, what if these are actually characters later on who had survived?" Right? Like this character Hamon Karn from Zeta and Double Zeta. What if Machu is actually a young Hamon Karn? They're like, what if Shuji, not Shuji, the other girl, the black hair girl, this is actually Lala, and I'm like, Lala's not white. I don't think that's Lala.
No. And it
So
wouldn't make sense to just be
no,
like,
no,
"Oh, here's
no, it wouldn't
all
make
your
any fuck.
hero
It'd be stupid.
characters."
It'd be very shallow. It'd be
It would be
extremely shallow to do that.
it would, and it would be dumb, but
And
I
I
do
don't think
think
I don't think Anno would ever fucking dream. I think Anno is treading very carefully. He's like, this must be perfect.
Right.
This I think Anno is thinking this will be my masterpiece, not Evangelion. I think he's I mean, the guy's completely in love with Gundam.
But I think that it would be dumb to think that we won't see Amuro, or we won't see some other characters be put into this, because it's obviously kicked off from the beginning saying, remember those characters? What if we remixed it?
Yeah.
So I do think maybe we could see a Lala, but she'll be different. She'll be in a different scenario. She might look different, but I don't think that she's our hero of the story.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I do think we'll see Amuro in some capacity.
yeah.
I think it's possible we won't, but I think we will. I think the very fact that we do not see him in the fucking slightest, that he's gonna show up later.
Or a mention.
Not
Like,
even mention. That's why I absolutely think he's going to show up.
yeah.
And I gotta wait. It airs April 8th. And
Wow.
but for me, it basically airs 3 weeks later because I gotta get through
Right.
the episodes that this covers. Which,
Now,
don't get me wrong, I can't wait. Can't wait.
where do you think the episodes cut? Because I bet that the first one is
Yeah,
the
see,
original.
I don't know. I wonder if, like, because it's like this is an hour and a half, so it's like, is the first episode just gonna be like the 1-year war? The second episode is half 1-year war, half of the, like, opening of the
Oh, it could
time
be that.
skips, and then the third episode is
Is
just, like, after the time skip? But I'm like, I still don't know where exactly that would cut.
I couldn't figure out a cut it once we did the time skip where it would be good.
And again, because this is a compilation, this is like a re-edit. So there could
Oh,
be more scenes that sort of separate stuff apart that we don't have.
true.
Um
I thought they were gonna cliffhanger us and not show the battle, the clan battle.
yeah, that it ended pretty well. I also love that they're the Pomeranians. I don't know if you noticed, but the GQuuuuuuX, when it gets to the clan battle, actually has a little Pomeranian logo on it.
Yeah. Like,
Um
what is there a reason? Is that like an Easter egg to call
that's
them that?
just like their clan name.
Okay.
They're the Pomeranians. That's it.
Pomeranians. I did want to ask, is the concept of Mavs completely new?
Yes. I
Okay.
don't think that's been in Gundam before. Certainly not something I recognize.
Because they kept
But
saying it.
it's where you have your, like, new type partner.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
fun.
think this is especially interesting because I think if Amuro and Char were on the same side, they would be Mavs. That they
Yeah.
perfectly complement each other. Because the whole idea is that if it weren't for the war, Amuro and Char, they would have been like brothers.
Hmm.
Um, so it's like I always think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it felt like this like rule of two type of thing.
Yeah, which I'm totally here for. I really like it.
And I
I'm
like how they
super
do it.
excited.
They explained it in terms of the combat, like, oh, you get that first shot in, and then
Yeah, they
you
kind
get
of
the
break it down to a science because it's like you're out in space, just being able to spot someone is going to be hard. However, unless if you're a new type and you can just sense where they are, right?
yeah,
So, like, he sort of made this though for non-new types, but if you are a new type, it makes you that much stronger in this sort
yeah.
of like a battle.
Because that would be interesting if she's not a new type at all.
And she's a
Like,
new type.
she is?
There's no way she could have activated the Psycom unit without it. You have to be a new type
Oh,
to activate that.
okay, so
I
she
think she
and
also
the
has a new type flash. On top of that, she gets into the sort of beyond the time type stuff that she calls the Kiri Kiri,
yeah.
which I think is like a sort of onomatopoeia type thing. I don't know. Or the
Huh.
Kira Kira, she calls it.
Yeah, she started calling it that, and I thought that meant something, but I looked it up and no.
Kira is like a few things. I mean, Kira is a word in Japanese.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
first of all, it's like a name, but it can also mean like a ton of different things. Glitter, like princess. It's probably using the glitter meaning here,
Oh, like just a pretty
like a
world.
sparkle, basically. I mean,
Yeah.
glitter, sparkle, shine. So it's almost like an onomatopoeia type thing, except for how it looks, I guess.
Hmm.
Um.
That is interesting.
So yeah, I'm. Oh my god, this. It's so cool,
Um,
man.
it is. A couple more little word things. I mean, Zeknova, is that a new term?
That is a new term. It is not a new thing that has happened because again, it's what happens at the end of Char's counterattack.
Right, but it
It
never
has just
had like
never
a
been assigned a word.
Okay. And it's interesting because you said in the novelization, it says that they flat out die,
In
right?
the novelization, they flat out die, yes.
But in
In
the
the movie, it
movie,
said that they are MIA.
okay. And then here we're kind of gonna
So I will say, I
learn
don't
what
think they
exactly that
recover a
does.
corpse. They don't recover any corpses
Right.
in the book, but they are listed as KIA. But I don't think they recover any corpses, nor does anyone recover the new Gundam, I don't think. The Sazabi is recovered.
Huh.
That's another thing. That's called Twilight Axis, which I've heard is terrible.
Like there's another thing that uses a Sazabi?
They go to like retrieve the the wreck of it, I guess.
Huh.
Um, I haven't seen Twilight Axis. I want to. I've heard it's terrible though. It's apparently very bad.
Damn.
People do not like Twilight Axis.
They call the funnels bits, which you said only happens in like Zeta, right?
No, bits is actually a term from G-Witch.
Oh, okay.
Um,
But
I
like
didn't
this
actually
was
notice that they called them bits at one point. I thought they all funnels for some reason.
in GQuuuuuuX?
Yeah, I thought they called
No,
them both for some reason.
they never said funnel. Every
I
time
guess
it was, oh,
I've
he's
got to
got
watch
bits.
it again, I guess. They actually, it's doing so well across the country, they keep extending it.
Good.
They've extended like another week of showtimes.
Wow. Yeah, it's super cool. I loved his funnels. I mean, I looked at the kit only has him with 2, even though he started with the 4 because they got blown up or
Two of them
something.
were blown up, yeah. Well,
Um,
you know, it's the same. I mentioned it, but it's the same funnels or bits in this case that the ship that Lala piloted in the
oh,
original
the
series, the
hat.
tricorn hat thing. It's the
Yeah.
same bits.
Okay.
It's the exact same ones.
Well, I mean, when he goes and learns about like the new types, and then they give him the bits, or they talk about them. It seems like this is the first time they were ever brought up,
Yes,
like in this timeline.
yes,
So it's that was interesting. That I mean, they don't look like funnels. The other ones kind of look like funnels when they start calling them that.
yes, yeah.
Um,
I don't even know if they had a name for them when they were in Zeta and Double Zeta. They might have only given them the official name in Char's Counterattack. I'm not sure.
well, because you mentioned it, I know it was in another episode, but there was some other. It was this weird looking white thing. What did you say? Let's see.
What, the Psycho Doga?
No. You said, and I want to say it was Zeta that they
Cubely?
called them bits. What was it?
Cubely?
Gund
Qubeley? I think it's called.
Ubely.
Timon Karn's
Yeah, what's
old
this
ship.
from?
It's from Zeta. It's also in Double Zeta.
Okay, yeah, you said this one had funnels or
Yeah, that
bits.
does have funnels, yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember if they actually physically say funnels, though.
These funnels are
This might
technological
also just be a
descendants.
result, like a cultural thing. Like, hey, Xeon 1, they called them bits. Federation 1, they called them funnels.
This is interesting. It says the Cubely stores 10 funnels in a funnel container. Fucking A fandom.
Dude, you gotta put anti-fandom in the link, man. You can't
Hold on.
deal with that otherwise, man.
Um, these funnels are technological descendants of the L myth, which is the hat, remote controlled bits. The
Yep.
funnels are smaller than the bits as they lack their own power generators. Instead, they're powered using energy capacitors. This allows the funnels to be small enough so that a large number of them can be stored on a mobile suit. Because 10 is a lot.
Yeah,
But
it
what
has.
if
I would say I think they're like funnel missiles. They're not like the new Gundams where it's
uh,
like they can like dart around and come back. I think the ones in the Cubely are like funnel missiles where they just explode at their target and they're done. I think.
no, it says they come back for
It does?
recharging.
Okay.
Yeah. The new Gundam's funnels are those big wing thing, right?
Yes.
And
They
those
like
things
fold.
shoot off.
Yeah.
Is there a gif of that?
There's a gif of the one from like a fucking Build Fighters or one of the Build series for some reason.
Because it just has one big wing, right?
Yeah. Unless if you look at the Hainu.
Oh,
It's
wow,
also
I
worth
can
noting, so in G-Witch, they're called Gundbits. In Seed, they're called Dragoons. I think they look stupid in Seed.
to seed.
The second
just-
one is Seed.
It's
It
just
comes off
pointy.
I think that's the Strike Freedom. I don't know. They don't have the style to them like the new Gundams has. You know.
I just love the concept of funnels. They're detachable lasers that you control with your mind. Like that's such a
Yeah, no, they're
cool.
cool as hell, and sometimes they make fucking shields.
There's like no need. Gundams were cool on their own. You didn't have to have that. But
It's fucking awesome, man, dude.
yeah.
Fucking, I love Gundam, dude.
Do you? Do you love
Yeah,
Gundam?
I don't know if sorry, I don't know if I've mentioned that I happen to be a fan of Gundam.
Going down,
I
getting to
can't
the
find
last
like a
bit.
good GIF of the new Gundam's funnels, which is really annoying because the new Gundam's funnels are super cool.
I mean, the first one's a pretty good depiction. I can picture that they break open.
Here's a GIF of Char putting a blanket on a sleeping Garma.
Oh, it's adorable. What is this?
I think that's from a Gundam build. I don't know what that Gundam is called, but it's based on a double O Gundam, and it's blowing a heart, and it's kind of bad though.
Oh my god. um, they use the term space noids to describe the
Yes.
refugees. Is that a
Yeah,
thing?
space noids is just people who are like from space. Um,
Okay.
it is interesting though that they're describing only the refugees like that because in original timeline, all of them, like anyone who lives in space, is a space noid.
Okay. Huh.
So it is interesting that they're kind of separating them apart. There's a bunch of things that's like, how is this going to be fleshed out? How are
Gotcha.
things going to be like this slightly different?
Yeah. What was the company that you mentioned that
Anaheim
supplies?
Electronics.
Yeah, because in this it was called Zeonic. Um, like they started up the Zaku that they had for the clan battle, and it said Zeonic Heavy Industries. And I'm
I
now
have to imagine that that's what came from Aobaoku. Aobaoku was
oh
like the final battle in original Gundam, where like they had the Zeong there
yeah.
that they like blew up. And I have to imagine. I mean, I have to imagine that like it would still be like that because Xeon won, they were able to continue like developing mobile suits and became like an actual company.
Huh. So that is like a new term?
I believe so. Yeah.
I see. It has a fandom. Oh boy, here we go. Zeonic is a civilian company that develops the first mobile suits and goes on to become the Principality of Xeon's main mobile suit supplier. Zeonic is
Okay. Yeah.
responsible for the development of the Zaku 1 and 2. Oh, so they were kind of around before. Oh, after the 1 Year
Yeah.
War, the company merges with Anaheim Electronics
Okay.
and
So
its
now they didn't merge.
facilities at the lunar city of Granada become one of Anaheim's main mobile suit factories. Didn't they mention Granada in this?
Yeah, Granada is the city he was trying to destroy by dropping Solomon on it by like failing to detonate the Zaku.
Oh, okay. Huh. Look at that. We're learning shit. What
Um,
else here? Oh, so this was just an interesting thought. I wrote, I like that we don't really have bad guys. Like, there's no real.
everyone's a bad guy.
Yeah, and I know that that's always like the spirit of Gundam, but like, there's no main antagonist from this.
Yeah, there really isn't one yet, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
And again, a big thing, the Federation and Xeon equally suck. People always forget that. But
And
yeah,
maybe
I am
that's.
curious to see because I mean, well, I'm sure we'll have a real villain established, right? Because
Yeah.
they're like you don't really have like a true set in stone villain established for some of these series for like a little bit. Original Gundam like and Zeta, Double Zeta do, but it's like I mean IVO there's Galahorn, but you don't really know much about them and how it's going until like later. G Witch, um, even with G Witch, it's like you think it's the companies, and the companies are still villains, but they're not really like the main antagonist.
Mhm.
They are antagonists. Don't get me wrong. G Witch is like this fascinating sort of look at like, yeah, it's anti-capitalist, but also we recognize companies as like a necessary evil from like a
Hmm.
logistic standpoint. Um uh so
I
it's just
hope
it's kind of interesting.
I hope that it's not like a villain of the week type of thing with like whoever they battle in a
Oh,
clan battle
I'd be
falls to
surprised.
that.
I
Uh,
think you might have a little bit of that at first to like get things set in stone.
okay.
Um, but I don't think it's going to be like that through the
Because
whole
I
show.
could see Bull being like the antagonistic force, but even then, like he's charismatic, like Char, in a way that I think that he would just be enjoyable to watch.
Hmm.
Um, but also then you have like the military police that sucks ass, ripping refugee camps apart and stuff. Like that's some nice social commentary that they could just be the bad guys because obviously I love how with the clan battle you have 5 minutes and as soon as the live stream starts the MPs will be upon you. Like
Dude,
they
I also want to like read off this comment I saw recently under
yes.
like a Gundam thing. I forget what the clip was, but I have like screenshots of the comment because I was like, this is insane. He said, Gundam Unicorn pisses me off with its pussy anti-war sentiments.
Ugh.
You were in a top of the line suit fighting in a war where both sides have committed terrible atrocities towards one another. Stop complaining. And I'm like, I don't think you understood Gundam.
No.
He's like, probably not. I like to watch for the big mech fights, not some bitching pussy boy waxing on about morals. And I'm like, then you're watching the
Ugh,
wrong series. Gundam has
God.
always been about the tragedies of war since its inception. And he says, Thunderbolt and IBO are my favorite. Just men duking it out. And I'm like, look, I haven't seen IBO. I've only seen like the first few episodes. But one of the Thunderbolt protagonists is literally a guy who lost all his limbs to war and has literal flashbacks to what his life was and what his life could have been.
Yeah,
Like,
all I
I don't
saw
mind
was
people if you just want to watch cool mech fights, cool. Go ahead. I don't care. But don't be upset that Gundam is Gundam.
like from
I
what
couldn't
I've
believe it. Like I've never seen such lack of media literacy before. It's fascinating. Like
that
they
is
gotta like dissect this guy for study. Like what is going on in this guy's brain? Is half of it gone? Is there a hole in it? Like there's clearly processing power that is missing for critical thinking. Not even that. You don't need critical thinking to recognize that Gundam is anti-war.
you have stated when we talked about Hathaway that
Litmus
well,
test.
yeah, the litmus test comment, which I know wasn't even that was something you read online, but it made sense. However, from everything I've heard about the properties of Gundam and from what I've personally seen, the only ones that might just be big mech suit go boom is that one that's like the battlers or battle arena or whatever.
Yeah.
And like even then, I'm just picturing like Yu-Gi-Oh or Digimon or something with with Gundam suits, but like everything else, even the original series, the downtime
From its
compared to
inception.
yeah, the original of not not robot fights to robot fights is you're getting like maybe an hour of robot fights.
Yeah.
like like there's so much buildup of war as a concept that there's no way you could like this property if you just want to see people hitting each other and
Yeah.
shooting
No,
each other.
it's like you got to be like a real smooth brain individual, I won't lie.
Go play Call of Duty.
And again, look, if you just want to watch the cool mech fights and you choose the series with that, cool. But being upset that Gundam is anti-war,
Yeah.
first of all, not wanting something to be anti-war is fucking crazy because that means you're fucking pro-war. That means you're a fucking nut job. That means
So
there's something wrong with you.
go play
That
Call
means
of
there's
Duty.
like actually, dude, have you not played Modern Warfare 3 and died and seen the like quote of the only people who want war are those who haven't seen it or whatever? Like, like I don't know, Snoop Dogg or whoever said that quote. I think it was like Snoop Dogg, maybe
Yeah,
no, it was Ice Cube. I think Ice
right,
Cube said it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah. The warrior poet Ice Cube. Um but
It wouldn't be 50 Cent because he's actually seen war.
true, 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. That was real. That happened. It was real. He was there with Tony Yayo.
It was real.
Tony Yayo. Um, you should watch a Super Mega's playthrough of that game. Is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. I don't watch Super Mega, but much, but that I go back and watch through the playthrough of that every now and then because it's literally the funniest shit like ever put on YouTube. I'm fucking crying, laughing every 2 minutes. But anyways, yeah, smooth brain individuals. I don't know. It's like I don't know, man. Maybe I have too much critical thinking, but it's like I mean, I don't think I'm some genius, but I'm like, how do you not like? I can normally find some line of logic for like stupid people, and like, okay, if I was stupid, I could see myself getting myself to this conclusion, right? But I can't find a path here
Yeah.
to not understanding that Gundam is anti-war. I just, I'm so fucking lost.
And is
Also,
Unicorn
also,
like
I should
heavily?
mention he says he's seen Unicorn, IBO, and Thunderbolt. And I'm pretty sure Unicorn happened before either of those. So he's upset that something that came before is different, right?
Aren't we all?
Also, not understanding that Thunderbolt again. I'm not going to speak on IBO because I've only seen a few episodes. I'm sure it is still anti-war, but I'm not going to speak on it because I don't know much about it. I don't know how well it handles that. Maybe it really feels pro-war at times. I don't know. But Thunderbolt is so clearly anti-war.
Yeah,
It's,
I only saw that one with the jazzy
Mhm.
guy, but I
Yeah.
remember the guy with no limbs, and he was having flashbacks
Yeah, he
constantly.
remembers himself running on the beach, or like
Yeah,
that he could be running on the beach, and then instead it's him running from a mobile suit that fucking blows his legs off.
and they like they not that they fuse him into a mobile suit or something, but don't they like make it work for him with
So yeah, what happens is he then loses an arm, and in order to get the Psycho Zaku to work, they need to connect all his nerves to it, so they cut off his other arm
that's right.
as like a last ditch effort.
That's crazy shit. And that guy thinks that all Thunderbolt is bang bang shoot shoot.
I
That's
don't
crazy.
fucking get it, dude. It's crazy, isn't it? Like I can't.
And it's
Uh,
funny because you could say
It's
he's
like you know
trolling.
how H.P. Lovecraft is like, yeah, I can't describe it, and then he describes it. I think this is what I'm doing right now. I'm doing my absolute best to describe stupidity that I really can't comprehend.
Because
Like
it's not a troll.
I don't. I'm
Yeah,
confused.
it's legit.
I'm
It was
confused and
written.
I'm scared. I'm naked and afraid. Like I'm
Put some
scared,
fucking
man.
pants on.
I'm so confused. I'm fucking scared. My pants are around my ankles. I don't know, man.
God. No, it definitely was written, especially his response to you. That was genuine. That was genuine stupidity. Uh,
We
well,
live in a society.
we do. We do.
This guy was like one step away from calling Gundam woke and being angry about it. We were like, I could feel it coming. Like we were on the cusp.
Well, thankfully, we live in a society with Gundam GQuuuuuX, which, by the way, not calling it GQuuuuuX anymore because they called it GQuuuuuX.
Yes,
There's
I'm
some
no, but dude, the people in my theater laughed actually because everyone's like, oh, there we go.
that they had that little moment of like, what
Yeah,
does
they're
that
like, I
mean?
think it's pronounced Quux,
Yeah, which was smart. And
and I'm like, oh, thank God they actually tell us.
it's a placeholder name. Do you think that we'll get something real by the end?
I think it'd be really funny if at the end they're like, you did it, you truly are the Gundam. And it's like they say, yeah, it's a new Gundam. Yeah,
I
what
think
did they call
it'll
it? The new Gundam. You did it. You truly are the Evangelion Unit 02.
Yeah, that's probably what
Yeah,
it'll
I
be.
don't know. I don't know if they're gonna actually give it a name by that. I would imagine like it's gonna end with that. It's gonna be like, well, that's just fantastic. And Machi's gonna go, say that again?
Anyway. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
So here's the thing.
Well, GQuuuuuX comes out April 8th, you said?
Yeah, starts airing April 8th. I don't know if it airs in Japan April 8th. I actually don't know if it's simultaneously releasing.
Okay. And then it'll be but it's definitely gonna come to like Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I remember seeing someone else got the rights, but don't quote me on that.
Oh, Netflix,
Um,
maybe? They got a lot of Gundam stuff.
yeah,
Because they got all the Hathaway licensing.
oh, that's right. No, you know what? It's Amazon Prime actually.
Really?
Yeah, It's gonna be on Prime
That will
exclusively,
be
apparently.
that will
And
be
yes, and
great.
it does. It premieres worldwide April 8th. Yeah, Amazon Prime,
Yeah. Prime's big.
which is very surprising. This is like a major loss for like Netflix and Crunchyroll to not nab this.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to have not nabbed like G-Witch or something. It's another thing to have not gotten Gundam directed by fucking Hideaki Anno.
Yeah, and the new thing.
Yeah. Like
this
this
is
is kind of I wonder how long it's going to be.
because I will say that
How many episodes?
true.
I don't think that there's been anything confirmed.
When we started talking about GQuuuuuX on the Lost episode that we made for no, it was our CCA Hathaway. No, it wasn't. It was an episode we did on CCA alone, I think. No. Jesus Christ. We lost an episode. And you went on a bit of a rant about GQuuuuuX because it was a new thing. Like, we haven't had really new Gundam in a while, right?
Yeah, because it would have been well,
Hathaway was
it's
the
been a
last thing.
couple years. Because we had G-Witch.
When
We
was
had
that
the
from?
G-Witch, which is a series that aired in 2023 into the very
Oh.
beginning of 2024.
Oh, I didn't know that was that new.
Yeah, but it's not like it had like just wrapped up. I think it had like one or two final episodes premiere in like January of 2024. I think.
And that's Witch from
But it's
Mercury,
like
right?
25 episodes, I think. But it's not UC. It's called Ad Stella. It's its own completely separate timeline. There's nothing else in it.
Oh. I didn't know that was new. And did that come to Crunchyroll immediately?
Yeah, that aired on Crunchyroll. That's what I started with. I started with G-Witch.
That was 2022.
2022. Oh, okay. My God,
Um,
yes, yeah. Sorry, it would have been. Yeah, yeah. Into sorry, yes, 2023.
well, then I guess it's not like super special to have a new Gundam thing, but
It's a super special thing, I think, to have a Gundam like this, though,
yeah,
that's reimagining classic timeline.
right. It's gonna bring in older people. It's gonna bring in Evangelion people. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
see I can't find like a if they've announced the number of episodes because I am worried that it's going to be like a 24 episode show. But I do want like a full 50 episode.
mhm.
Um, the thing about it is normally they are they're like 40 to 50 episodes or so. Um,
Like weekly?
yep. Like
That is
even IBO,
long.
I mean, they might like take a break halfway through. Like there's IBO season 1 and season 2, so it's like 24 and 24, whatever. Um,
Okay.
and G Witch is like 12 and 12, and there's like a prologue. Um, but I wonder, and right, but it's like I hope this is like the full length and not like a 24, 25 episoder. But here's the thing: G Witch, even with all of its issues, did stupidly fucking well. Oh my
Mhm.
fucking god, G Witch sold like motherfucking hotcakes. They made so much fucking money off G Witch, dude, and people love it. Even with its like glaring issues, the kit sold like crazy. So because G Witch was such a success, I feel like we're not gonna get full length Gundam shows anymore.
Hmm.
Which I think is kind of sad. Again, maybe I'm gonna be wrong. I would be pleasantly surprised. But I think I don't think this is gonna be a 50 episoder.
Wow.
Which case I will cry.
But you also got to think. I mean, it looks like an art style that could be demanding. Plus, it's a big name that they might not have signed him on for so much to do. So, like, it
I
could
I
be
I
shorter.
would put good money down that Hideaki Anno would be willing to do this for free.
Damn. Like, he's
Hideaki,
really been so
you
open
don't
about
fucking get it.
wanting.
He fucking loves Gundam. You don't get it, dude.
Wow.
He fucking loves Gundam so much. Gundam and Tokusatsu. He lives that shit.
Tokusatsu.
Yeah, that's like Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, which
Oh,
would be Power Rangers over here. Which, from what I understand, Super Sentai fans really fucking hate Power Rangers and view it as a bastardization of the show, which I'm sure it is. Um, like a Ultraman is tokusatsu. You know, people in like the bodysuits,
Gotcha. Yep.
but it's like tokusatsu has a lot of soul to it. Does it have the best effects in the world? Fuck no. Is it really silly? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Does
just
it
kind of
look like people with all the passion in the world worked on it? Oh yeah. Like clearly everyone loved it.
and it's still around doing the same thing.
Dude, they got a new
because it's
Kamen Rider series airing right now called
Yeah.
Kamen Rider Gav. The original Kamen Rider is from like 72.
It's like it's an art form.
Yes,
that people
tokusatsu
enjoy.
is an art form, and tokusatsu's impact on the action genre cannot fucking be understated. I remember a while back I had you look through like the Kamen Rider references wiki page,
Yes.
and it just kept fucking going.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kamen
I
Rider's a
think
big tokusatsu in general is a very big deal.
it's funny. We have a lot of ideas for where to go with VGU Gaiden. We're not going to just be Gundam only forever.
Yes.
But I think it's interesting that we will probably always be
We're probably
doing
gonna
a
stick with Japanese
franchise.
stuff.
It'll always be a franchise that has a Kamen Rider reference in it.
Oh, probably,
Like,
yeah.
it'll probably always be on that list somewhere.
Yeah,
Even if
dude, you know, remember the game Dive Kick?
yeah,
The entire thing is just them doing rider kicks. That's the entire game.
that's
And you
so
can be Johnny
funny.
Gat, so that's cool.
Dive Kick was
Um,
great.
it was a game. Um, but it's like, oh, speaking of kicks, I did love they had him do, you know, he kicks in original Gundam. Char kicks Amuro with the Gundam, and he's in the Gundam, and he
Yeah,
kicks in the Zaku, and he does that again, but this time he's in the Gundam,
yeah,
and he
he
kicks the other
whacked
one,
him.
and it's like, oh shit, he did the thing. There were cheers in the audience in my theater
That's
when he did
awesome.
it. People were so hyped,
Oh, I wish I
so good.
had that.
I'm like, ugh, I'm literally so excited. I can't believe I gotta wait a fucking month, but it airs, and like the second episode is on like my birthday. Like it's gonna be good.
Well, in the meantime, I have Eighth Mobile Suit Team to watch because I'm 2
Yes.
episodes in.
Oh, you liking it so far?
It's yeah,
It's a little
I
slow at first.
it's slow at first. I like the '90s vibe of it.
Yes.
I'm getting
The
strong like
once you get
Digimon
to like
memories.
episode 6, episode 7, it picks up a lot. And I think I've mentioned it. I feel a bit bad saying it that I don't super like the first half, even though it's really pretty. I think the second half is great. Um, but the director died halfway through the show in
Oh,
like a car accident, and they had to get a new director. And then all the episodes he did, I really, really, really like. I feel
really?
really bad about that because I'm sure this other guy worked very hard on it before tragically passing away in a car accident.
Oh, that's awful.
Um, but yeah, I do like the Romeo and Juliet thing that they have going. You
Yes.
probably haven't gotten too much into it yet, but they have like a Romeo and Juliet thing kind of going, and the animation is amazing. Oh, it's
It
beautiful.
was it was actually funny. We were watching it while we were away on the house sitting, and I put on the last like 5 minutes of the pilot
Yeah,
on the big TV to finish it. And Samantha's like, I don't know what's going on in the show, but I like the Romeo and Juliet vibe
yeah.
I'm
It has a Romeo and Juliet thing going on, and I thought I wouldn't like it because of that. Because it's like, dude, I think Romeo and Juliet is one of the worst Shakespeare things. I mean, part of that is just because we've seen Romeo and Juliet a trillion fucking times.
right. It's
But now
a
there are big robots involved, so I guess it's better. Otherwise, it's like the only Romeo and Juliet story I actually like these days is the fucking '90s one.
oh
It's
the
like John Leguizamo, you know, DiCaprio.
Leguizamo.
Yo, however the fuck I don't know what his friend Leguizamo, I don't
Put some fucking
John
respect
Lejoie,
on him. It's Leguizamo.
Leguizamo, whatever. Oh, look
Lejoie.
at me, I'm Graydon. I know the names of actors.
He's a proud Hispanic man.
Thought he was Italian.
No. He's
Uh,
very is he Puerto
I don't know.
Rican?
Leguizamo just sounds like an Italian name.
He's
I guess
always
it's like, you know, it's a Roman name. You know,
he's always
the Roman
speaking about
languages.
being
So it probably
Spanish.
comes from like, yeah, like you know, the Roman languages. So, you know, like Italian, Spanish, etc. So
He was born in Colombia.
oh, the big coffee there.
Hmm,
And
they
pixie
do.
dust.
True. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm about to like piss my pants.
So that's GQuuuuuuX. I'm probably gonna put this episode out
Yeah, if you can try to get it out before the 8th, that's probably the best.
Oh, it'll come up with you. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm in the process of editing Requiem for Vengeance. I'm gonna put that out first within a couple of days from right now because I think we mentioned GQuuuuuuX in it,
Yeah.
and then I mean it's good that GQuuuuuuX is still gonna be in theaters for another week, so that I can put this out like next week, and people may have gone and watched it more. And yeah, so but our last episode that went up, the CCA Hathaway episode, did okay. Like
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy people are listening. So thank you for listening. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the podcast feed, go check out our other podcasts. And yeah, if you have ideas for VGU guidance that you would like us to see, or animes that you would like us to watch, or DJ to watch again, or
It's probably gonna be again with me.
probably. I mean, we've got the free run one
Despite being
for
very employed, I act very unemployed.
Was free run coming to Netflix in March or April?
Yeah, it was added like 5 days ago. I think like March 1st.
Oh shit!
Sal's watching it right now because it's on Netflix.
Fuck a duck. We gotta get on this.
Yeah.
Um, so that's
And you're gonna
coming at
watch
some
free run,
point.
you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I have to be kinder."
Oh
That's how it
man.
feels watching free run. A guy
Um,
saved a lady from a knife attack in Japan because of free run.
right. It's what free run would do or whatever.
It's what Himmel would do.
Himmel.
Yeah, it's what the Hawk Tuah girl would do.
Oh my god.
I think
Oh
that's
my.
what he said. Like free run beyond Hawk Tuah's end or something.
Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Almost left the call.
聞こえて答えて届いて欲しくて光って光って光って叫んだ絡みを越えて転がり落ちた切な世界が今増えてく
Do you need me to hit stop? I'm on it.
No, I got you. I gotta find.
Did you see
sift through all your
supposedly
gifts.
in the Minecraft movie? Oh, I should we had in our theater for the previews we had, people were all just like, I don't think that looks very good. Like, but then the Minecraft movie came on. I just went, it's absolute cinema. Scorsese weeps.
Oh
But
my
apparently,
god.
you know, they have like the piglins or whatever, and there's like supposedly the general of the piglins in that is named General Chungus. And I am praying that that is real.
Here's what I'm gonna say about the Minecraft movie, because I also got a trailer for it. It was the one I'd already seen. I haven't seen the newest last one that they put out. I think it looks ridiculous. I think the people who are making it genuinely know Minecraft. I think that
I think they're doing their best with it, yeah.
I think the animation is a bit off-putting, but I think that, like, they're using redstone, they're using ender pearls, they're putting in all the mobs, like, just all of these things. Like, there's going to be a lot of Easter eggs that will be interesting, and I bet you, genuinely, I would put money on a Herobrine reference.
Oh,
Because
for sure.
I think they definitely know what they're trying to do. Like, I don't think he's gonna be the bad guy of the movie, but there's gonna be something, maybe even a stinger. That's that
Yeah,
fucking
no, there'll be
Kingsman.
a post credit. Yeah, like the Adolf Hitler tease in the
Yeah,
Kingsman. It'd
I'm
be like,
Herobrine.
and what's your name? He goes, Herobrine.
You have to do that when you go see it. Walk into the theater and yell out that you think
I'm not
Herobrine will
paying to
be the
watch that
stinger.
movie.
Oh man, because
I
I
think
think
it'll
like,
make like fucking $15 trillion though.
oh, it's gonna make so
It's gonna make so
much
much
money.
fucking money. It's gonna make so much money, dude.
We'll be getting Minecraft 5 like in a feel like
Where's the Terraria film, bro?
oh Jesus Christ.
I'd watch that.
But I do think hold on, let me stop this.
飛び出して